Hey, Thursday's Thoughts, everybody, with Terry right here. Thanks for joining me. I just got a couple of points for you. This is, we're going through this coronavirus and COVID-19 situation, and we're making do. Listen, at Abundant Life, we're making do. I'm making do in my own life. I really am I'm impressed about from God to talk to us as leaders. I really believe this with all my heart, is that leaders will help people. We'll follow. Somebody's looking for somebody to follow. I just want you to understand that, and I believe with all my heart. This is the time that leaders need to be able to step up and lead people through and out of this situation. We're all in this unprecedented times. We're in times we've never been around. People that are of age, they've said we've been through many different things, but nothing like this. And today's not the day for leaders to fold. Today's not the day for leaders to just kind of throw in the towel and say it's got too hard. Today is where true leaders are defined. I'm a firm believer with this, that today is that day that true leadership is defined. I've thought about this in this putting this thing together was Daniel in the Bible. Daniel was a prophet, and he lived in some unprecedented times. He lived as a teenager around 14. The children of Israel was they were enslaved or captured by the Babylonians. And through this time, Daniel in his life from age of 14 all the way to 30, sometime in that area, he lived in this idea that he was going to be re-indoctrinated into the Babylonian way of life. And all of their customs, all of the culture, everything that they knew as Israelites were taken away from them. So what was normal, listen, it wasn't no longer normal to them. But Daniel and the three Hebrew boys had a decision to make. Do I go with culture, or do I stand my ground and believe in who I believe in and the life that I am? I'm not a Christian because I go to Abundant Life Church. I'm not a Christian because I live in the United States of America. I'm a Christian because he lives on the inside of me, and that's who I am. I'm not defined by my church. I'm not defined by my pastor or my family. I'm defined by who Christ is in me and the choice that I make every day of my life. I'm going to read a couple verses to you today for leadership purposes, and I'm challenging all leaders to lead. People are counting on you. People are looking for other people that will lead you through this and out of it, not just kind of hanging in. We're coming out. I am. And people are looking for other people that are going to come out of this better than they went into it. And I believe with all my heart, you have the right and the opportunity to make the most of this opportunity and come out of this better than you went into it, and the better than you are. It may look bleak. It may look like, hey, it's not going to be able to get it better than this. But I really believe this with everything in me, every fiber in my being. I'm extracting everything I can out of this situation because I'm not going through it. I'm growing in it. I'm growing through this thing. I'm strengthened in my own life. And in Daniel chapter 1, verse 8, it says this. Here's the thing. The Babylonians were trying to change everything about Daniel and what they did, their diet, the way they did things, how they worshiped, how they prayed, how they went to work, everything. And Daniel chapter 1, verse 8 says, "But Daniel purposed in his heart that he would not defile himself." Come on. You got to know who you are. You got to have some convictions about you. You got to have some confidence and courage in your life. If you're going to lead, you're going to have to lead with confidence and courage. But more importantly, you're going to have to know who you are. Yeah, that's what leaders, we know who we are. Come on. Anybody that's a leader out there, you know what I'm talking about. I know who I am. I'm not defined by all of this other stuff. I'm defined by my purpose that God has placed on the inside of me. With the portion of the king's delicacies, nor the wine which he drank. Therefore he requested of the chief of the eunuchs that he might not defile himself. Now, wait a minute. Daniel purposed in his heart. This is the thing. You've got to get up every day, look at yourself in the mirror, and purpose in your heart to not defile yourself. Be true to you. I'm going to talk, I know I'm talking about leaders, but I want to talk to anybody that's watching. This situation has put us in a position where we can get up and not even get ready. Not even get out of the bed. We can get up and roll out of the bed, roll into the couch, and binge watch TV and all of this other stuff. You lose purpose when you don't stay true to yourself. Leaders, just like everybody else, have to make decisions, conscious decisions, to not get into this valley of life and just stay there. There's nothing wrong with taking time off, but not a lengthy time. You have to choose. You got a purpose in your heart that every day you have a purpose. Every day you're intentional and every day you're strategic about living. Don't live your life because of what everybody else is saying, because you've lost your job, because COVID-19 or coronavirus, because the government is shutting down, because of home quarantines. Don't live your life that way. Get up at a decent time, typical, shave, do your hair, get dressed, and go to work. Well, I don't have to report nowhere, Terry. What do you mean go to work? Yeah, go to work on yourself. Better yourself. Get some YouTube leadership podcasts. Go to podcasts. Get more of my teachings. Go better yourself. Study your Bible. Go learn how to be a better you. Invest in yourself. One of the greatest things I heard the other day is this stimulus check coming. This one young man and lady, they said, we're not going to just blow it. We're going to invest it. He's going to get his real estate license during this time. Why? He could take that little bit of money and blow it, or he could take that money, pay for a license that can make him prosperity. You have to purpose in your life that you know who you are, purpose in your heart. Make a conscious decision for yourself to better yourself. Don't stay where you are. There's a verse in John chapter 17. I want to just read it for you real quick. Watch this. In verse 15 and 16, it says this. It says, I do not pray that you would take them out of the world. This is Jesus praying for people because of problems. I don't pray that you would take them out of the world, but that you should keep them safe from the evil one. Now watch this, verse 16. They are not of the world, just as I am not of the world. What does that mean, Terry? That simply means this, that no matter what's going on in life, no matter what's going on in the world, you're able to be safe. We're not taking you out of them. You're not in it. Or you're not of it, but you're in it. You have a choice. You have a decision to make in your life. Are you going to allow what all's going on to dictate your future, or are you going to set that up by finding your purpose, investing into yourself, investing into your life, investing into your future, by making things happen for you? Daniel said, I'm not bowing down to the Babylonians. I'm going to purpose in my heart. I want to challenge you with that. You have the right to purpose in your heart. Monday, I talked about that. You have the right to set your mind on certain things. Now you also have a right in your own heart to choose your purpose over laziness, over slothfulness, over giving up. Hey, leaders, lead people out of this thing. Don't just stay in it. Don't circle the mountain like Moses and the Israelites. Get out of this thing. Lead out of it. Find peace. Find joy. Find a future, find purpose, challenging you to do that. Look, I appreciate you joining me today on Thursday's Thoughts. It's my thought. Hey, we can camp here, pitch a tent, stay in the mountain, and just eat manna every day. Or, guess what? We can purpose in our heart to do what God's called us to do and lead people out of it. Find purpose, find who we are, have confidence in it, have the courage to get up every day and go to work to better ourselves. I call you blessed. I hope you enjoyed it, but I hope you'll join me this Sunday morning. Man, Easter Sunday, he's risen in our church parking lot. Come join us. Be here between 9:30 and 10 o'clock. Get a parking spot up close and personal and worship Jesus Christ with us. Call you blessed.